Hey guys, what's going on? It is Broken Nose Gaming here. I know it's been a little bit. I don't always have all the time in the world to make these videos. As a matter of fact, I'm doing this pretty early in the morning right now, so the lighting might look a little wonky. I have still been playing War Thunder. Most of my tech trees are up to a battle rating of about 5.7 in terms of like researched and purchased tanks. I think save for USA and China. I really haven't played anything further than about 4.3 yet. I am still kind of like training up the crews because I like to start playing my tanks with at least an expert crew. It's just a personal preference thing. But I still have been playing quite a bit. I thought it would be fun maybe to do a video on maybe a tank that is slightly more rare than others. It's not the T50. We're going to be looking at the Mk-IX Valentine, which is the Lend-Lease variant that the USSR tech tree gets. I don't think it's super common to see this tank for sale. I believe you get it during Valentine's Day, which there are a couple tank games that will put their Valentines up on sale during then. But if we look at the little stat card over here really quick, it's a pretty meaty medium tank. Armor wise, I mean, it's not like the best, but I mean, outside from the sides, it's okay. It's just a little bit less than a KV1. Granted, KV1s are what, 3.7. It does have a 57 millimeter with pretty good penetration, about 120 to 100, depending on what model shot you use. This does use solid shot. Some people are not a huge fan of that. I'm going to run it through a test drive really quick just so you can kind of get a feel for it, and I can show you how I load my Valentine out. You will also notice the engine power is not very powerful, nor is the top speed, and we'll go over that in just a second. So I use 28 out of the 53 available rounds in the tank. I'll show you how that looks. So really, it just kind of takes up the side. These side rounds will disappear, but I don't want to put a whole lot in there. You will see there's about 2 ammo racks that are empty out of the set here. So one thing I did notice right away about the Valentine, you do not have any machine guns, so you cannot machine gun stuff. That kind of sucks. So you have to rely on your 57 millimeter only. I will say though, this thing does have a fairly chunky set of smoke. You fire both off at the same time. It's the only downside about that. In terms of speed, it is not very fast. It's going 27 kilometers per hour, so not the greatest. Let me go ahead and we'll slow down. There's no stabilizer as well, but let me slow down. I will say the solid shot is pretty good. It does a good job at, taking out fairly thinly armored tanks. Panzer II, Panzer IV shouldn't be a problem either. Yeah, no, you can go right through that. As far as the Panther, you cannot frontally take it, but 100 millimeters should be more than enough if we were to maybe find the side of a Panther, maybe even at range. We will very quickly get into position here. I might cut this just a little bit because this is going to take a minute. Alright, so we could definitely hit the side of the Panther, no problem. The front, not so much. As far as the Tiger 2, I think you might have a little bit of difficulty taking on a Tiger 2, unless again you take it from the side. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you could take it from the side, mainly the hull area. You're not gonna be able to get the turret, it looks like. It's still doable. So, got an okay gun. It's just the platform that it's on is kind of slow. But I did play a couple matches with it. I am only going to play one match. I'm going to try and keep these a little bit shorter. I know 2 or 3 matches I feel like just is a lot to sit through. So I'm going to go ahead and show you one of the matches that I had in the Valentine and just how it turned out. So let's go ahead and we'll jump in. Alright, so here we are on the Winter Poland map with our trusty Valentine, and because of the speed of this tank, I am not going to be going up near that frozen lake. I'm going to be heading right into the town, right to the caps. As you can see, basically everything is faster than me. I do not have, I think, any other camo unlocked for this tank at the moment. I'll have to see how many camos this thing gets. But yeah, the snow does slightly tint our tank a lighter color. But we will be cruising along at a speedy 25 to 26 kilometers per hour here. Snow does, of course, slow you down. But we'll jump in here and we'll take a look. So this is, I want to say, fairly low. I think I might, this might be down tier. I think I might be top tier in this match. But yeah, that solid shot, oh, sometimes it's pretty fun. I am just kind of popping off here on everything. I do not manage to take out the Panther 2, but I do manage to take out that 75mm M3 truck. I'm going to help this guy repair really quick. Someday I'm going to get around to actually playing live. That is something I do mean to do. I just never get a chance to due to my work schedule. I don't really get to sit down and play for long periods of time. I maybe get to play like 2 or 3 matches a day at most. So it is difficult to do that. And sometimes I play matches really late at night, and I really don't want to be talking all that much while I play. So I tend not to do that. So let's see here. And here you can witness the magnificent reverse speed. Oof. Do not turn in reverse. I thought about going through there, but I'm just seeing, I see an enemy tank medium around the corner here, and I'm not sure how I want to approach it. I thought about popping around through those arches, but I thought maybe it's not a bad idea to flank him this way, because I want to make sure. And then look at that, there was another tank. There was a PT-7. But I wanted to make sure I didn't get caught in a really weird situation. I do lose a good number of my crew right here. That Stridsvagn seemed to penetrate my turret. I know that some of those lower tier Swedish tanks have APDS, so he may have just been able to punch through my turret, no problem. I do get one of my crew members back because I have, replace a crew member dealie. I throw some smoke really quick because I don't know. I see tank destroyers over there. I see there's a few tanks over there. And I'm just going to kind of get out of here really quick. And I just want to pick a different avenue of attack at this point. I am up to 6 kills. I do believe I artilleried 2 tanks back to back. That was kind of funny. And now I'm going to pop around the corner here. So I am still going the same way. I just didn't want to make it as obvious of which way I was going. But I'm going to go right into the B-cap because I think there are a few tanks that might be contesting the B-cap. There's a Sturmgeschütz. Now there goes the Sturmgeschütz. Do not get to shoot him. Wasted one of my shots. On most of my tanks, I would say 28 rounds is not a big issue. With solid shot, it can suck a little bit because there are times where you literally just maybe take out one crew member, depending on what tank you're playing up against. So sometimes it's my I wish I could have more ammo, but I don't want to run this thing with full ammo. I tend not to run full ammo on any of my tanks, to be honest. I'm just chilling out here. I'm up to 6 kills. Managed to help out a little bit. Gotten a couple of assists. And I'm just going to stock up my tank a little bit. Only having 20 rounds doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but for this tank, I can burn through rounds pretty quick due to my poor noob aim and just it being solid shot. So I see an M3 Lee. Take care of that guy. There's an M15 anti-aircraft behind it. Take care of those guys, and then I'm going to put him goodbye. So we're up to 8 kills at this point. We now have all the caps. This match is probably one of the quicker matches that I've had recently, but we're just going to kind of be on a cleanup duty at this point. I don't think I'm going to get a whole lot more kills at this point. I think I might get one more. They are just losing tickets way too quickly since we have all of the caps, and we're basically on top of their spawn at this point, so I don't think they have a huge chance of coming back from this one. There's an SU-76. I managed to take him out, but that is the last tank that I managed to take out, and we end the match with 9 kills and 3 assists. Not too bad. So there you have it. That is the Mk-IX Valentine, one of the, I would say, more uncommon premium tanks in lower BR ratings for the USSR tech tree. It's fun. Like I said, solid shot can be a little bit of a hassle sometimes depending on what tanks you're up against, because you just might not do as much damage as you'd hope compared to things like APHE and other rounds, heat, things like that. But it's got a quick reload. It can punch through quite a bit of armor, especially at this battle rating. I don't think you're really going to be running up against a whole lot of super thick tanks. I mean, your worst tanks are probably going to be like, and this shouldn't see it, KV-1Es or KV-1Bs, Matildas maybe. I know they're a little bit of a nuisance as well, but I mean, this should be able to take out most heavy tanks. So that is the nice thing about it. Drawbacks, it's slow, very slow for a medium tank at least, and it's just it's kind of awkward with no machine guns on board. You have to rely solely on your 57mm. But I do like the tank. It is pretty fun, and I do like taking it out from time to time. But I think I'll end the video for this one here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you've never seen the Mk-IX Mk-IX Valentine out on the field, here you go. It looks like if you have APDS on some of those lower tier Swedish tanks, you should be able to punch right through it. But until I see you guys in the next video, I hope you guys take it easy. I'm hoping I'll catch you in the next video, and until then, take it easy. Bye-bye.